We usually think that we can attain self-knowledge only after bypassing innumerable births. But it is possible here and now. Such is the grace of Guru. Anything is possible for Guru's grace. There is nothing called impossible in the dictionary of Guru.
Look at the biography of Lord Krishna. If he wanted to kill anyone, it was enough if he merely touched them. They felt as if 1,000 elephants fell upon them in one instance. Lord Krishna's strength is not visible to our eyes. However strong the rival may be, he will certainly get killed. So is the grace of Guru.
There is nothing impossible to the grace of Guru. Even before we sit down from the standing posture, he can bestow us with self-knowledge. We may think, how is it possible? I have several weaknesses and a lot of selfishness. However, Guru drags out our weaknesses, selfishness, and body-bound I, burns them into ashes, and bestows us with self-knowledge.
Once, a person came to Buddha. He was neither a devotee nor a spiritual aspirant. It was just his destiny that brought him to the presence of Buddha. However, he was a good person and crookless at heart. On experiencing an unknown peace in Buddha's presence, he asked Buddha, "What is the effort that I need to make from my end to attain the peace that you are experiencing?" Buddha's heart overflowed with compassion upon listening to this question. Buddha turned towards him to give some instruction but realized that the person had a lifespan of only 1 more hour. Buddha's compassion annihilated the tendencies of I and mine within him. By the time death approached him, he had attained the state of nirvana. He was very sincere in asking about the effort required to attain nirvana. Buddha's heart filled with compassion due to his pure desire to achieve peace. This is the fruit that a pure and sincere desire begets in the presence of Guru. This is a very good instance to depict that nothing is impossible for Guru's compassion.
Sri Ramakrishna utilized his entire time for the sake of his disciples. He constantly thought about their spiritual evolution. He did not possess any work other than this. Here is an instance that speaks about Guru's love for his disciple. When Sri Ramakrishna was about to leave his body within an hour, he called Narain near him and said, "It is time for me to leave now. It is my firm faith that you will be useful to this humanity. Therefore I bestow you with all my spiritual wealth and thereby become a beggar before I leave this body. You are skeptical by nature. If you have any doubts, get them clarified now. Until you attain self-knowledge, you will be chased by doubts. Try to overcome those doubts. Take the words of scriptures and of Guru as authentic. Hence, Guru's grace is much important for a spiritual seeker. We must overcome all of our doubts. Until then, Guru's grace cannot sustain within our hearts."
Sri Ramakrishna had a disciple called Laatu, who was illiterate. He concentrated more on looking after Sri Ramakrishna's physical needs than listening to his words. The most surprising thing was that Laatu attained such an experience of self that was not acquired even by the great scholars. It is because Laatu had wholehearted faith in his Guru. Laatu served Sri Ramakrishna as he wholeheartedly trusted that whoever was Rama and Krishna, the same one, had incarnated as Sri Ramakrishna. Therefore, despite not performing any spiritual practices like meditation or listening to the scriptures or guru, Lahatu was decorated with the state of samadhi. Therefore, everything is possible when we have Guru's grace.
Among the 4 disciples of Adi Shankara, Giri possessed less grasping power. However, he wholeheartedly served Shankara. Giri washed the clothes of Shankara and performed all kinds of petty works for Shankara. One day he happened to come late to Shankara's class. Shankara was waiting for his arrival. The other 3 disciples got impatient and told Shankara, "Even if Giri comes, he will not understand the lesson. So why should we waste our time in waiting for him? Therefore do not wait for Giri but start with your lesson." As Shankara felt that the disciple was being insulted for lacking the power of grasping, he bestowed him with his grace. Then the disciple came running to Shankara, uttering poetry praising Shankara, much to the surprise of the other 3 disciples. Everything is possible by Guru's grace. Therefore Swami Vivekananda said, "Guru alone converts the lump of mud into a lump of gold, that is, dullards into realized souls."
Once, a devotee committed a mistake. He came and sat near Sai Baba. The police who wanted to catch him also came and sat near Baba. The police intended to catch hold of the culprit once he moved out of Baba's presence, as he did not want to bother Baba with this issue. The culprit did not move from Baba's presence as he did not want to leave Baba's feet. Hence, the police and the culprit did not move from Baba's presence. Then Baba interfered and told the culprit, "You take your food here and then leave." Then Baba turned towards the police and said, "You stay here for 2 days and then go." So the culprit returned home but felt guilty and surrendered himself to the magistrate the next day. The magistrate thought that the culprit surrendered due to the efforts of the police and fined him a penalty of merely 50 rupees instead of 1,000 rupees. When the police came to the magistrate after 2 days, the magistrate praised him that he had done his duty well. Therefore Baba saved both the culprit as well as the police. Such is the glory of Guru's grace. It is possible only for Guru.
Someone asked Bhagavan, "Why don't I have your grace?" Bhagavan replied, "If it is so, how can you come here?" Bhagavan said, "If you commit a mistake towards God, Guru will rectify the same. Guru will reduce the effect of that mistake committed towards God."
Whatever has to be experienced for several years, Guru ensures that we will experience it within a few seconds and releases us from it after that. Suppose God ordains us a punishment for 10 years. Guru makes us experience that punishment for 10 days and frees us from it. Once, a devotee suffered from intense pain due to an abscess. His pain was so intense that he could not tolerate it anymore. He approached Shirdi Sai Baba and asked, "I am experiencing this pain due to the sins incurred in my previous births. I must experience the fruit of my bad deeds, which is unavoidable. I can no more tolerate this pain. I won't ask you to remove my pain. Rather, I request you to distribute this pain for 10 future births. I can't tolerate so much pain in one single birth. Baba replied. Why do you need 10 births? I will remove your pain within 10 days. The sweeper in the masjid accidentally put his leg on the abscess, and the entire pus and worms within the abscess came out. Though it was initially a very excruciating pain, it subsided within 10 days. Hence Baba enabled the devotee to experience the pain of 10 births in 10 days. Suppose God curses us. Guru ensures that we will experience that curse only for a few hours and, after that, releases us. However, if a mistake is committed towards Guru, even God cannot rectify it.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deva Maheshwara, Gurureva Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave